degradable. So it's actually value for money. So if a fall leather bag is going to last for 6 months, a leather bag is going to last for 6 years. So by
Yeah.
using leather, you can actually reduce the impact of consumerism and fast fashion. And
True.
because these products have a longer shelf life. And also leather is biodegradable.
Hmm.
Fall leather is non-biodegradable. It's just plastic junk.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
going to tear apart.
Yeah.
So I would suggest everyone to go for real leather any day. Of course, it's a lot more expensive, but it's totally worth the money spent.
All right. Um, I'll just take up questions that we had received a few days back. One of the
Sure.
questions is from Neha. She's from Miami. And she says
Mhm.
that the whole weather is so hot and humid that she's not able to take care of her handbags in that weather. And if she doesn't, step out for a few days, she gets a little fungus, powdery kind of thing on her products. So, what is the
Mhm.
solution for that? Which I think
Again,
you've answered before, but let's just repeat
correct.
it again for the new users.
Sure, sure. So again, the surface fungus and mold can be removed using a, damp sponge or a damp soft cloth. You can just rub it across the surface of the leather to get rid of this fungus or mold that is growing on the surface. But then thereafter, you have to ensure that you store your products in a temperature controlled area in a cool and dry place. Avoid
Yeah.
contact with water and moisture. Always use silica gel pouches because silica gel is going to keep moisture at bay, and do not step out with your products in the rains. And also one important point is also to not expose your leathers to direct sunlight,
All right.
because sunlight causes your leather to discolor over time.
Hmm.
So it should be avoided at all costs.
All right.
This is just an
So,
extra point that I added. Yeah.
yeah. So, do you redo furniture leather as well?
We do. We spruce up leather upholstery as well, be it deep
All
cleaning,
right.
conditioning, shining, or complete color restoration. In fact, in a lot of cases, we've also changed the color of leather upholstery altogether for people.
All right. All right. So, basically, you are restoring the leather products, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And we are
All
also
right.
offering all kinds of repair and replacement solutions. We are very good with
All
our
right.
repair jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how relevant do you think it is to use leather? Can't we use some other stuff like a canvas or something? That was the question I had from Sonam, which I missed before. So, how relevant do you think is it really important to use leather, or can we use other substitutes like a canvas or something like that?
Again, I feel that leather, lends a sense of elegance to your personality. It is considered to be something very classy, durable, and long lasting. I would not say that fabrics are very long lasting. I would not say that aesthetically they're very beautiful. And again, this is very subjective. Maybe some people find canvas more beautiful or more appealing to their aesthetic sense, over leather. So it totally depends on your choice. But I would go for leather any day because I feel that it's more durable,
It's a symbol
and
of status, do you think?
of course, it is a status symbol. That goes without saying.
So, are
It
there any
is.
substitutes for leather?
We spoke about them, right? So you can go for
Yeah.
fall leather options, but I would
That
not
what you
suggest that.
told is not, very
Right.
durable. Yeah.
Absolutely. Otherwise, there are lots of bags in nylon, in canvas. Then we have a lot of branded bags in coated canvas, like a lot of
Okay.
Louis Vuitton and Burberry bags in coated canvas. But again, coated canvas is very susceptible to staining, and those stains are very hard to remove. So
Okay.
either you should
Okay.
go for a plain Napa structured leather, or you can
Yeah.
go for something like nylon, which is easy to maintain.
All right. Saisha here is asking which is the best leather in Chanel. I think she's missed the answer before. So can you repeat again?
Sure. So there are two kinds of leathers in Chanel. One is lambskin leather, which is not a very highly treated leather. So it's very soft and supple, but it can also scratch very, very easily. But it's
Yeah.
soft, it's supple, it's very nice to touch, and to feel. But if you're looking for a low maintenance leather in Chanel, then you should go for pebbled calfskin leather, which is also called caviar leather, which is more
Yeah.
structured, and grainy, and it's tougher in nature. I hope
Yeah.
that answered your question.
Yeah. I hope you've got your answer, Saisha. All right. So I'll just quickly ask you now that you're here with me. I just wanted to show you a few of my products, and if you can help me, and then we'll move on to the questions that we'd got before, right?
Sure.
So I have this clutch bag with me, which has got a glitter on it, like throughout. So I have got a very bad curry stain on the bag, which I don't know how I got it, but I got it. So it's here, right here, if you can see it.
Right.
It's a part of this bag only now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to rub it too hard with lukewarm water and soap or any such thing or a wet wipe. So how can I get rid of such marks on a glitter bag?
So what you can do is that, but you have to be very careful with it, that you can use a fine needle and
Yeah.
you can try to scrape out the dry curry from this fine needle, from those tiny crevices and cracks. So this is
Okay.
what we do at our workshop, that we first
All
get
right.
rid of those stains from embellished bags, with a fine needle. But then at times that area tends to, look a little off and
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to blend with the rest of the product. So then we restore, with a little bit of sparkle and metallic color to give it an overall sheen and, to make it look new.
So if I send it to you, you can make this right?
Absolutely. Goes
Because
without saying.
Saisha here says that send it to Leather Laundry. They are amazing.
Oh, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sasha. That means the world to us.
Okay, so there's another bag that I have, and I wanted to ask. So it's like really, really special to me, and I love it. So I
Mhm.
want to ask you, like, it's got embellishments all over it. So
Right.
how do I store it in my house, like right now, or otherwise? How do I store it here so that I don't lose on any of the embellishments?
Right. So basically,
Thanks,
all your
Rahul. Thank you. Yeah, sorry.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
So basically, all your dangly stuff, your crystals, your keychains, these embellishments and jewels, you
yeah.
must always wrap them up with acid-free tissue paper or butter paper.
Acid-free tissue paper.
Yeah, you get it
Okay.
off the market, acid-free tissue paper, or alternatively, you can use butter paper. And you
Okay.
must always wrap up all these embellishments because otherwise they will
Tissue.
scratch by rubbing against hard surfaces.
Yeah, exactly. That's my concern.
Right?
All right. So
Yes.
butter
And
paper is
also
like easily available. Where can we get the
right,
acid-free paper?
from any stationery shop. They are very easily and widely available.
Okay. Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice to hear. Yeah.
Yes.
And someone had asked before, I forgot to ask you, when you had suggested us about cleaning something, I'll ask you. Wait,
Sure.
I'll just find that question. They wanted to ask you where to get the stuff from. I'll just go back to that question again. Another question that I have is I have this diorama, and because the chain is constantly rubbing the bag surface, it's become a little darker from here. If you can just have a look.
Right.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's become a little black from here. So, what are your solutions to this problem? Like, how can we make sure that the leather doesn't get blackened with the chain?
Correct. So basically, first things first, if you feel that the imprint is very fresh, then you can
Yeah,
just use a mild sponge and you can rub it across the surface of the stain and it's going to go away. But if
yeah,
you feel that the imprint on the leather is old and it happened a while ago and it seems very old, then in that case it has to be touched up with matching color dye or pigment. But again,
that is
in order to
professionally
ensure
done.
yeah, yeah. But in
Yeah.
order to ensure prevention, you must always wrap up all your metal trims with acid-free tissue paper so that it doesn't rub against the leather. Because every
So,
time metal rubs against leather, it leaves dark imprints, which is what we
yeah.
want to avoid.
So the
Yeah,
problem is that this chain here is it's in this loop, right? So
right.
obviously, if even if I wrap it up, it won't wrap up the loop part of it, right? How does it
You can,
happen?
no, you can also wrap up the loop part and then you can tape
Okay.
it up. So you can wrap up the
All
loop
right.
as well and you can wrap up the chain as well. I know it's very tedious and hard to do,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's no other way. Otherwise, you can always take a little, so you can take a plastic sheet and then cut it into a little circle and punch a hole in between
All
and
right.
slip it a little bit from top and then you can, place it around the loop so that every time the chain rests on the leather, it is actually
Yeah.
resting on the plastic circle and that way the leather is not going to stain. This is something that I just
Okay.
came up with, but it can work.
Wow, that sounds really, really helpful. Yeah. Saisha asks, why do my white heels turn yellow and how to prevent that? Patent leather heels.
I would suggest all the viewers to not invest in patent products because they are very, very
Yeah,
hard to maintain. And
exactly.
they get stained very easily. They lose color very, very easily. What is it? It's basically leather, and then there is a thick lacquer coating on it, which gives it that
Okay.
garish look and that sheen. So
Yeah.
every time it gets stained, that stain goes through the lacquer coating and is absorbed by the leather underneath. So
All
imagine
right.
how hard it is to get rid of that stain. If it's fresh, you can use a, damp sponge. But if
Yeah.
it's very deep, then what we do at the leather laundry is then we dye these products into dark colors. So that
All
dark
right.
color hides the stain, and then darker colors then obviously then don't get stained easily, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's the
yeah.
only solution for patent.
All right. So you don't suggest buying patent leather products.
No, I would not personally. If you're looking for a low maintenance, long
Yeah.
lasting product, then patent should not be your option.
All right. So I have a pair of heels which are obviously in patent leather, and I had someone else ask the same question. It has got some sticky thing clung onto it, and I'm not able to get rid of it. And many people have written the question that patent leathers do get some sticky things on it. So how do you get rid of such things?
Okay, so basically this stain again can be removed with a damp sponge very, very easily because it seems like a surface stain that is sitting on the lacquer coating. But
Okay.
I get a lot of complaints from people wherein they say that patent tends to get very sticky over time, and also in very humid weather, it tends to become extremely sticky.
Yeah.
So what we tried at the leather laundry once was, because I was reading up, a lot about it on the internet. They say that you can use a little bit of vinegar, and that vinegar spray helps to get rid of the stickiness.
All right.
So
All right.
unfortunately, that worked. It lasted for a few days, but then it went back to becoming sticky again.
All right.
So what we do is that we apply a fresh layer of lacquer coating onto the patent. So
All right.
that way the stickiness goes away. But then again, that is a professional process. And this is precisely why, yet again, I would suggest everyone to not invest in patent leathers. Because see, there are so many
All
issues.
right.
It becomes sticky, it
Yeah,
becomes
yeah,
stained.
yeah. Totally. Yeah. So there's this shoe that we have. I'm not sure if this can be seen.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it, the leather here on the shoe has started to peel off. So how do you make sure that it doesn't get worse?
Again, Karishma, this is something you cannot do at home. Again, at the leather
Hmm.
laundry, we apply a lacquer coating on these leathers. So that
All
way
right.
we are protecting the leather with that lacquer coating. So then the leather
Yeah.
lying underneath remains safe. Otherwise I feel, I mean, there's no DIY tip for this. And
All
also,
right.
if your leather scuffs out and if there's a
Hmm.
peel and that part is still intact, then you can use some mild adhesive to paste it back on, right? So that's very intuitive.
All right. All right. So this question is from Garima. Her leather bag has started peeling off. So the leather has started peeling off. The part of the leather peeling off is, I think, behind my picture here. So,
Right.
how do you make sure that what to do with such bags now, now that it is already damaged?
Right. So I had mentioned earlier in this session that leather never peels off. So if your leather product is peeling off, it is not genuine leather. It is
Yeah,
fake leather. And leather peeling has no solution. There's no solution. So you have to buy a new product altogether.
but it's a
So we
Charles
get
and Keith bag. So, do they like lie about these things, the brands that they're selling pure leather? Because they swear upon
well,
such things. It's a very good reputed brand which has been obviously talking about
you
real
know,
leather. So, why is it peeling off?
so Karishma, I'll tell you something. Chanel also uses fake leather in the on the insides of their handbags. We get a
All
lot of
right.
complaints from people with the insides peeling off. on Chanel handbags. So then we replace
Okay.
those inside linings with genuine leather altogether. So
All right.
definitely, I mean, if they're claiming that they're selling leather, but it's peeling off, then of course it is not leather, it
It's
is
not leather.
fake leather. So, but you must always read the labels because those labels tend to carry the right information. Because it's
Exactly.
unlawful for them to divulge wrong information on the, product label.
So
So you need to be a
technically they are
little,
not going wrong.
sorry, technically.
So technically they are not going wrong. It's just that we are assuming that we are putting up money in something which is real leather.
Correct, correct. But of
Yeah.
course, if they are claiming, to your face that we are selling a genuine leather product,
Yeah.
uh, but it's not genuine, and you don't bother to read the label,
Yeah,
then that is
exactly.
not a
Because
very
even I've
wise
never
thing.
read a label. Yeah.
Correct, but you must, and that is what I would recommend everyone to do.
All right. So that's a very helpful tip there, guys. Whenever you purchase something, always make sure that you read the labels because then it's totally on you if you've not purchased the right thing. The
Right.
onus of it lies on you. Yeah. So Charvi is
Yes.
asking, will the dry cleaning and color restoration process alter the original color and texture of a leather product?
Okay, so that is again a very relevant question. We at the Leather Laundry absolutely ensure that we restore every product without tampering with its authenticity and originality.
Yeah.
Sometimes, when the leather is extremely soft and untreated, and we sometimes tend to restore with pigment instead of dye, especially
Yeah.
in case of lighter colors, then the texture can get a little affected. The leather can become a little coarse. Even for metallic leathers, every time we restore color, they tend to become a tone lighter and a
Yeah.
little coarse. But by
It
and
does.
large,
Okay.
we ensure that, yes, it does. But by and large, we ensure that authenticity and originality is retained because I know a little bit of color here and there, and the product tends to look fake.
Yeah.
So we are very careful about that. Yeah.
All right, that's really nice then. So you guys can get the dry cleaning and color restoration done. I can show you a few of their work so that you are assured of the quality that Leather Laundry is delivering here. That's a pair of shoes that you've done.
Right. It's a pair of Jimmy Choo wedges.
Yeah.
That's a
Can
metallic
you tell a
Chanel.
little bit, can you tell a little bit about the bag that what have you done here?
Sure. So here, this is a typical case of a metallic Chanel handbag, and it was
Yeah.
very dirty and stained. So we first deep cleaned and then we restored the color entirely,
All
and
right.
we cleaned up the inside lining. We polished up the metal trim. So our process is very holistic and end to end.
All
So
right.
people must be thinking that there's a color change, but that is absolutely not true because every time we match colors, we always match them with an unused or non-exposed portion of the bag, which is
Yeah.
where we can find the original color, and that is where that is the spot that we use for color matching. So originally, this bag was a lighter color, as you can see in the after picture.
Okay. All right. So that's a shoe.
Yeah. So here we've replaced the sole, altogether, and then we've spruced up the shoe. So we are into all kinds of repair and restoration jobs, be it
This
shoe
heel
spa.
has changed dramatically.
Yes. You know
Yeah.
why? We've replaced the outer fabric altogether. This is Jimmy
All right.
Choo,
Yeah.
and this had no solution. Mending or darning would have looked
Yeah,
terrible.
because it's
So,
completely damaged. Yeah.
right. So we've
Yeah.
replaced the fabric altogether. Yeah.
All right. This one has a pen mark on it.
Yes, and I remember very vividly that it was very, very hard to remove. So we
Yeah.
did a lot of cleaning, etc. And then, Karishma, ink stains, sometimes even when you get rid of them or you touch them up with color and you leave the bag for a day or two, the ink stain again tends to resurface. That's how
Oh,
stubborn
okay.
it is. Yeah.
All right.
So multiple coats of color restoration is needed on that stained area to, eventually conceal the spot. So guys, always prevention is better than cure. You should
Yeah.
always keep your pen caps
Always
on
be
and try
very
not keep,
careful.
yeah, very careful.
Yeah. And also now coming back to the question, Gurinder here she's got this shoe with her which has got a Burberry canvas sort of a fabric on it and it's gotten a little dirty. So can you tell how to get rid of such marks from the shoes?
Sure. Sure. So basically, on fabrics, you can also use any cleaning detergent that you usually use at home to clean your clothes. So any
Okay.
cleaning detergent with a little bit of water and
Yeah.
just rub it on the surface, and
Hmm.
the stain will go away. So this is fairly easy to clean, but make sure that you don't rub it too hard because it's printed canvas. So the colors then can tend to smudge. So be
Okay.
very gentle with your scrubbing, and yeah, that's very easy to get off your shoe.
All right.
The state.
All right. And Sugandha is asking that she's got these belts with her, which has got a lot of scratches on the logos. So what can she do to make it better?
Right. So basically, Karishma, if your metal has darkened over time, or if it is rusting and it has become oxidized, then it's very
Yeah.
easy to use any regular metal polish like a Brasso or a Silvo. You can get both of these
Okay.
off the market and you can use it. But in this case, the metal is very badly scuffed out. So the top coat has completely vanished. So in this case, the
Yeah.
metal has to be replated. It has to be replated altogether. So
Okay.
here then again a professional has to be consulted because they'll detach the metal trim and then they're going to make it go through a plating machine to restore the original plating on the metal.
So how do you restore the shapes, original shapes of the bags? For example, I would specifically want you to answer about these tote bags. Like, how do you store them so that the shapes don't go haywire?
Sure. So you can stuff them up with bubble wrap, with
Yeah.
crushed butter paper, or you can also use plastic airbags. But make sure that you don't overstuff them because that can also distort the shape of the bag.
All
And
right.
then you can stuff all of them up and leave it overnight, and the bag will, come back to its shape. But you should never store your bags by hanging them, through their handles because then the leather tends to stretch.
Yeah,
But if your
exactly.
bag is very badly distorted in shape, then what we do at the leather laundry is that we dismantle the bag altogether. We insert hard sheets inside on all the leather panels to give it, a structure and a proper shape. And then we
Yeah.
stitch the bag back on. So we've got a lot of bags that have had slouching leathers, bags falling, or the leather has become very flimsy.
All
So
right.
that's how we restore the shape. Yeah.
So a lot of hard work goes into what you do, right? Because we didn't have an idea of how much hard work and patience it takes to restore the
Absolutely.
originality of bags. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is like,
It's totally a tedious job.
it is very similar to that of a surgeon's, both in terms of time expended and expertise
Yeah.
involved.
Plus,
It
people
is
have
very
spent so much money on such things, and you obviously don't want to end up, you know, making
correct.
it even worse. Yeah. So there's a lot of pressure on you.
Pressure and high
So
risk, yes. Yeah.
yeah, so I think we've answered more or less all the questions. I hope I haven't missed on any of the questions from the live audience because of the chat. I think I might have lost a few, and I'm really sorry for that. And overall, it's been a very, very insightful session, and I have learned so many great tips from you. Can you quickly tell us how can we clean our earrings and rings at home?
Sure. So this
Because
is
these
something very
things get very dirty when we use lotions and creams. These things tend to get stuck in the gaps. So what can we do to get rid of such marks?
right. So what you can do is that you can put, water to boil in a pan or a tumbler, and once
Yeah.
the water reaches its boiling point and it starts boiling, you can, put a spoonful of salt inside the tumbler, and then you can place your jewelry inside, and then miraculously, what's going to happen is that all the dirt and the grime is going to, come up to the surface of the water,
All
and
right.
your jewelry will become absolutely clean, spick and span. It's a very
So
simple
guys,
DIY. Yeah,
yeah, so that's a very helpful DIY tip for everyone out there. You can clean your jewelry at home. All you need to do is boil water, put your jewelry in it, and put a spoonful of salt.
right.
Right. And it's been so, so good to have you here with us and share so many great tips with our viewers. And it was completely amazing sitting here and chatting with you.
Thank you so much, Karishma. The feelings are
Yeah.
mutual and pleasure is all mine.
and I'm going to certainly use your services. I hope I don't have to, but I will be if need arises.
That means a lot.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Malika. Thanks again. Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Karishma. It was a lovely session. Thank you, everyone.
Same
Bye.
here. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.